Hello, everybody. Hope that you are doing fine. Good morning and good afternoon. I hope everybody can see properly my screen. Sorry for a small delay. We had some small technical problems, but everything should be fine now. My name is Dejan Dragic and I'm coming from Phaseone, and we are here today to present you the highest resolution drone platform coming to the Arabic world, together with our partners from MENA 3D. As I said, I'm working for Phaseone as an area sales manager for almost 1 year. And today here with me is Dr. Khalid Naboud, who is a general manager from MENA 3D. And we will try together to show you how you can utilize the best in-class payload and the highest resolution drone platform and the sensor that is coming to the Arabic world together from Phaseone through MENA 3D. So also, just a small introduction to the platform. In case you have any questions or anything, please feel free to ask them in the panel on the right side. There is a question box, and we will collect all these questions, and my colleague Tina will ask those questions to us afterwards. Also, please be aware that you can also ask the questions in Arabic language, and Dr. Khalid will answer those questions also in Arabic language afterwards. So let's start with a small introduction to Phaseone as a company. Phaseone as a company is founded in 1993 in Copenhagen in Denmark. We are world-leading providers of medium format digital imaging systems and the complete solutions for industrial applications and professional photographers. We are working globally, and we have partners in more than 50 countries across all the 7 continents. And the core of our team is actually counting more than 320 employees that are distributed in 11 countries. We are supplying imaging breakthroughs from high-resolution camera systems to advanced software solutions for better and more productive imaging workflows. Phaseone is trying to achieve global coverage, so we have different locations where our employees are sitting. So one team is located in Denver, in Colorado. There we have a sales and support team. In Copenhagen, we have headquarters and R&D center. We have sales and support team in Germany, whose part I am. Also, we have R&D center in Japan and sales and support team in Hong Kong. Thanks to this, we can achieve 24/7 support. So this is really something what is distinguishing Phaseone from the others, because our support is solving all your problems within a few minutes. We serve the world's leading brands with top image quality and productivity, and only some of the applications are visible here. So our cameras are being used for 3D cities, for airborne mapping, for engineering, for asset management, for forestry, agriculture, research, infrastructure planning, power line monitoring, and open pit mining. When it comes to our cameras, as I already said, Phaseone started its geospatial division in 2012, and up to today we have developed different sensors for different applications. And let's say that our latest product is called P3. It includes a gimbal. About this sensor we will speak more into details in the slides afterwards. And also we have recently announced our big aerial mapping system for 3D city mapping that includes 4 oblique cameras and 1 Madir camera. And besides that, we are also thinking about the future, and we are always developing new systems, as you can see here in this slide. When it comes to our cameras, the full range is including 2 different series. So we have IXM series that is built specially for drones. And here you can choose between 50mm RGB sensor, and also about you can choose also 100 megapixel RGB or achromatic sensor, so you can build your own 4-band solution. And also the other series is IXM-RS that is built for manned aviation, and there you can choose between 100, 150 and 280 megapixel sensors. When it comes to the integrations, the range of integration is very broad. So it starts with UAV applications. You can choose almost whichever aircraft you want where you can integrate our camera. And also, as I said, we have recently announced the P3 payload. This payload is not just built for a single drone, so it can be used for DJI M300, but also it's a force mumbling communication, so it can be integrated into custom-made drone. Also, besides that, our cameras are integrated as parts of small multi-camera arrays, and they are very oftenly used for inspections. And the IXMRS series is integrated very easily into any kind of manned aircraft. So it starts with ultralight, but they can also be integrated in any kind of manned aircrafts. And our cameras are also part of our big Phaseone aerial systems, where we have multiple cameras combined. And of course, we have a lot of integrators that are using our cameras for their custom-made multi-camera systems. And one also very important thing to mention is the fact that Regal is also using, for example, Phaseone camera as part of their system. So our camera can be attached to LiDAR system, not just from Regal, but also from the other producers. When it comes to the applications, the range is also very broad. So it starts with road and bridge inspection, pipeline inspection, rail track inspection, wind turbine inspections, power line inspections, agriculture and digital phenotyping, photogrammetry, mapping, and GIS. And also with the IXMRS series, you can do photogrammetry and photogrammetrical mapping and GIS, agricultural, forestry, and environmental mapping. You can do oblique imagery acquisition, you can do 3D city modeling, you can acquire imagery that is necessary for LiDAR, and you can, of course, do different kinds of inspections. Now I will hand it over to Dr. Khalid, who will basically speak more about MENA 3D and will provide you a small introduction on the highest resolution drone platform that is coming to Arabic world through MENA 3D. Please, Khalid, let me share. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you can see my presentation at the moment. I will thank you, Dion, for your introduction, and thank you for all the attendees. I hope all of you are safe in this hard time. As Dion mentioned, we have started our cooperation recently, and we are very happy when Phaseone introduced the P3, because we see that at the moment drone business is growing, and with Phaseone revolution product P3, we have a great resolution coming to the Arabic world. I would make small introduction about our company, and later on we will move on some application and details to hand over later to Dion to speak more about the P3 Advantage 2. Presentation is moving. So who we are, MENA 3D is a German-based company with headquarters in Stuttgart, with few offices in the Middle East and North Africa. That's why it's coming always when we hear about MENA, it's the MENA region. So we decided as a German company to give a lot of, even we have a lot of business in Europe, we decided to focus in the Middle East and North Africa region. We do have a few offices in the region. The first office was opened 8 years ago in Dubai, and we try to be unique by providing a complete solution, hardware and software, in relation to 3D measurement. Our company got two divisions, the geospatial and metrology. And for people who are not familiar with metrology, I make it always in simple word, is more related to industry surveying measurement. And we are talking a micrometer in metrology, and geospatial we are talking a millimeter or centimeter. And we have many customers and reference are working in both division and product we offer. We have quite good, nice international partners from all over the world. We work together by supplying us and our end user and customers by the latest hardware and software. Some of our reference, maybe if you are already familiar, I saw some of the attendees already using our solution, and we try additionally to the German to mention some of the very important names in the region. We cover the government and research sector, also service companies. We have quite good numbers of service companies in the region. Manufacturing, which is mainly coming to the industrial surveying, are also some very important names around the region and in Europe that make MENA 3D quite unique because we cover from the European side, as I said before, to the Middle East and North African region. And we thank all of them, one who is joining us today or the one who is really invested in MENA 3D with our partner. Thank you all for your support and believing always in MENA 3D. I will go shortly here on the metrology and the special division. As I mentioned, we have a laser scanner which cover industry, and we have a laser radar which can measure very fast and so accurate down to micrometer. But today we are focusing more on the geospatial, and in the geospatial we have the 4 pillars which covering this. Traditional 3D laser scanning solution on terrestrial laser scan, traditional surveying solution, which is related to GPS, and mobile mapping solution. And the last pillar is about the UAV. And we will be mentioning also with this solution, we have been very successful in the region. And one of the most projects which I would like always to mention. Some of the participants are also joining us about this project. It's belongs to Phaseone, the Public Authority of Civil Information in Kuwait, and they are doing complete 3D model of whole Kuwait. They have also drones from us. They have 2 mobile scanner, and that was a very unique project. This is showing here some of the results and the team doing the job. It is showing also some of the data capturing, which is also, as I said, was in the beginning of the project. Now I come to the aerial mapping. Aerial mapping, most of us know that it's been really very well developed in the last years, and especially decade. We work very strongly together with Regal by covering this sector, and also terrestrial, because most of you know that Regal are high-end sensor LiDAR provider, and they have a few systems which is mainly mounted on aircraft, and that's come now to the connection of phase 1, as they are mentioned that the phase 1 is integrated to all Regal system, and that's make us, as I said, strongly believing in phase 1 and our partnership, because when it's come to photogrammetry, phase 1 offers the high end and the most important sensor. But they are also mentioned, I would like also to repeat some of the very unique product, especially the optic and other system of 880 megapixels. It's a great product. Also the phase 1 aerial system 280. They are really a very important photogrammetry solution which we offer with phase 1. If someone is not interested in going to a LiDAR or LiDAR photogrammetry, we can also offer this system. I'm going no more on aerial mapping, so we went from the high end, going down now to show some VTOL with the photogrammetry. Advantage of the VTOL, you get a longer time. If some of the participants are not so familiar or are not going so far deeply in using different UAV, so the VTOL is a great advantage going vertically, and then you can fly a longer period. We do have 2 systems to offer in the region, and they are all present in our office in Dubai to show a demonstration anytime. Recently, which is also very nice to mention today, actually last week, we have signed also with Flying Cam. Flying Cam, it's a great drone in the market for long range, and they come mainly from filmmaking industry. And they work also very closely with Phaseone and Regal, and that's bring again to one of my slides, which is coming to show the combination of all solution. The application, as I said, you can see from starting from the cinema and filmmaking to aerial mapping, defense, military, industrial, transportation, special sensing development. They won a lot. Founder of the company in 1988, Mr. Emmanuel Previnere, he already was awarded for the award related especially to Oscar and for filmmaking. That's one of the most important, Skyfall 07 also. And that's the two systems they offer. SARA, which is actually electrical system flying up to 60 minutes, and most important, can go up to 10 kilo payload and a range of 10 kilometers, which bring Phaseone here with the sensor P3 to top product. All of them, I will mention also that we are going to make a seminar in November, the 18th of November, at the endless day of Dubai Air Show. But as I said, I will mention more details about where are the coming event to show you this product of. Now, again, I go a little bit to some more commercial drone. Most of you know this commercial drone are in the market and accessible to many of you. The last drone, which we have been successful, and we have many systems already in the market. We sold a lot, especially in the last months, of the M300, the drone which fly almost 1 hour. And the great advantage here to come was the M300 and the P3 as a good combination. It's a great advantage. Yeah, I'm coming to mention also about the aerial mapping solutions, UAV LiDAR scanners. As you see, also the drone are allowing to hold a LiDAR system from Minivix, which is a Regal product, to the Vix, which can be mounted on a helicopter, but also there are LiDAR in the market which are affordable and be mounted also on the M300. Aerial mapping, I guess most of you are familiar with the aerial mapping photogrammetry and solution. For one who is not familiar, we decided with the slide to give a short introduction and how it's going to convert by aligning all the photo are taken from the sensor to convert to a 3D model. There is some example infrastructure generating orthophoto data to be taken into GIS platform or AutoCAD CAD platform. Here we do have, as I said, a video demonstration. We work strongly with Agisoft. It's a very useful and forward software. I can show a small introduction here about this process. So it's not only on the photogrammetry. You can use from top. You can also do some survey, taking photo from a facade, texturing, high resolution afterwards, and convert that all to 3D. And that show it's not a LiDAR here. This is for a photogrammetry solution, and showing the software to transfer all this complete photogrammetry after aligning all photo together to a nice 3D. You can generating a mesh, as you might see, and the workflow is very simple and straightforward. If you are looking to any extra demonstration or presentation about it, we will be happy to show. On the aerial mapping, we mentioned there are different sensors where it can be mounted on some of the VTOL or drones in the market. But here I come, which I mentioned maybe before we listing. This was sometimes for me is a confusing between P1 and P3. All of us know that DJI includes one sensor, is a P1, which is as an acceptable product for what it's offering. But we decided to go to the high end, as we always believe in technology, and we came to the P3 of the 100 megapixels camera, which is the straightforward plug and play mounting on a M300 and ready to go. Now, why? Because with the P3 we are under 1 as we go, and we are really going down to sub-millimeter on resolution. So I have some example here which I can show you. The accuracy of the P1, and in this presentation I want to show comparison between two sensors, and nothing against, as I said, the previous sensor, but only for the difference here. So P3, why it's important. Here's some result of the P3 showing we got a railway station here, as you can see, and some of the electric powered truck. You can measure the detail, or even the sewer is right. Here you see even very high details of the bank and the stone. And that was done from 130 meter even. It was showing from 130 meter what I can get as a result. Now, again, the advantage of another sensor, especially on power line inspection, that you have to take different from 10 to 20 photo and stitch them all together to get an overview, whereas with the P3 is simply one shot enough to get down to detail, and you can see almost here, you can read the serial number or even the details mentioned here on the power line. This I like so much, this, or maybe you will see it also coming from them again, the productivity. So most of us know, especially in our region, when you need permission, you have a limited time to fly in the area, and you need to be fast and capturing very fast, but also so accurate. So here on the same, let's say, flight altitude, you can compare the area you are covering, and simply on the P3, which is highlighted in blue, showing that you are covering much larger area in comparison to other sensor. And advantage, again, I said sub-millimeter of the P3, highest resolution on the commercial drone coming at the moment, more safety distance. So you have a larger coverage. If you go higher, you can still get your resolution you want, but you can cover a much bigger area, and you have less images for a very short time, right? So high efficiency with more safety. That's the advantage of P3. I have also to thank my colleague Kostas who came out with this slide and mentioning all the partners we have working together and the relation between of them. So you can see that Phaseone can go to any commercial drone in the market of DJI, but at the same time can go to flying cam high-end drone, which flying a much longer time. Also, Phaseone is integrated into Regal as a LiDAR system, where also Regal same time offering the possibility of using on the flying cam drone, or also on DJI and commercial drone. And this is a very nice combination that we can cover all different, depend on the need of the end user and application. This is also very nice, showing the advantage of all sensors, starting from low altitude to high altitude, up to aircraft. So with the IXM 100 P3, it's a 2.7 kilo, can be mounted on M300, but can be also mounted on the M600, on the flying camstar, or on the Discovery, where we got also the Regal as a good combination to be mounted also on the M600 and Star and Discovery. Regal and Phase1, 2 sensors can be mounted also on the side. So like we're going to the middle now of having up to 10 kilo. Or Discovery sensor can be mounted also simply on it by integrating the Regal book system and the Phase1. And to come to the high-end unlimited on aircraft, again, having the Phase1 integrated into high-end LiDAR system. That's so far from my side. I thank you, and I will hand over to Dejan. As Dejan mentioned, if any of the participants would like to hear it in Arabic, please write in the chat. ممكن نحكي عربي. إذا أي سؤال حابب يكون كمان بالعربي ممكن نجاوب عليه بالعربي. ما في أي مشكلة. So please don't be shy, because we know that some of the region, of the countries in our region, they prefer sometimes to speak Arabic or to talk in Arabic. So please don't hesitate if you wish to post any question in Arabic. بدك تحكي عربي ما أهلا وسهلا. نتشكركم كثير على الحضور وحنحول هلا المحاضرة ديان تكمل. I want just to add one thing. Please note that this sensor is going to have a roadshow in September with our team in Dubai and Phase1. So we will be from September on having a roadshow showing we have different drones in the region, from Saudi Arabia to Qatar to Kuwait to Dubai, Oman, all of them, and we are happy to support. And by doing our roadshow, if you are interested in demonstration, let us know. Second, we will be present at the Intergeo. Intergeo is the biggest geospatial event in Germany, which is taking place in Hanover this year from the 21st to the 23rd of September. And we are also present with our booth at the Dubai Air Show, which is taking place from 14th to the 18th of November. You can see the sensor and you can see the drones. You can see the flying cam also will be present there. Sarah will be present as a drone to mention. And at the end of the Dubai Air Show, 18th of November, we will be having with Phase1, our seminar. So we'll be showing a live demonstration of the sensor. So we hope that you will manage to join any of this event getting more. And now I'm going to back to Dejan to continue with his presentation. And if you have any question, please feel free to ask us anytime.
Thank you a lot, Khalid. So my idea was just maybe quickly to show some more information about P3. So P3, coming from Phase1, presents integrated gimbal solution that leverages Phase1 proven and trusted technology to deliver unmatched inspection productivity. Why P3 is so important and such a revolutionary product in the market? It is actually because it's a most versatile platform, and in this way you can decide, it's your business and your decisions. It has the best-in-class sensor performance, so you can make the most out of every flight. It has the largest imaging sensor, so you can capture more in every shot comparing to the competition. It has the widest range of the lenses, so you can get more details from a larger distance. And of course, one more important feature is the fact that Phase1 is also offering smart focusing lenses. And in this way, you can make every shot count. What's included in the package? So you can see that P3 as a gimbal for M300 solution is a plug-and-play solution. So it has quick release interface, balancing system. It has also built-in laser rangefinder. It has 3-axis stabilization, and of course it has IXM camera and RSM lenses coming from Phase1. When you're choosing your gimbal, you can choose between DJI and Mavlink gimbal solution. And this is coming with an integrated laser rangefinder. It comes also with dampening plate, with interface cable and interface documentation. When it comes to the sensor, you can choose between IXM50 or IXM100 sensor. And of course, with the lenses, you have a very wide range of choices. So you can choose between 35, 80, and 150 millimeter lenses. And in this way, you can basically choose the right lens for your application, depending on the fact if this is mapping or inspection. Where you can use P3, here are just some examples, but definitely we are more than happy to even see some new applications discovered by our clients, since Middle East is a very attractive region, and we know that there are many applications that even we are not aware of. So only some of them are high value asset inspections. For example, bridges, dams, nuclear facilities. Here the time is very, very important. Also, high-risk asset inspection, for example, power mast and oil refineries. In example that Dr. Khalid showed, you could see that literally within one shot, you can capture the complete power mast. And with zooming function, you can basically zoom into less than 1 millimeter detail from only one picture. And of course, time-critical asset inspection is one of the most popular applications. And there you can do offshore, nearshore wind turbine inspection, offshore oil rigs, and generally oil rigs. So P3, as I said, also comes as a solution that is Mavlink ready. So it's ready for the integration, and basically it can be integrated into any drone that is using Mavlink protocols. And when it comes to the DJI, it's a plug and play solution, completely integrated into DJI. So you can use DJI Pilot app in order to plan the mission and to control the sensor. It's used literally as any other DJI payload. So it offers you maximum utilization and uptime of your existing M300 fleet by enabling new applications. So with our payload, depending of course on the weather conditions, but M600 can fly up to 25 or 28 minutes with P3 coming from Phaseone. Productivity driver, as you can see in this slide, Phaseone IXM100 has the largest imaging sensor. So when we compare it to the biggest competition in the market, let's say with DJI H20, when you're flying from 25 meters distance from the object, you can cover only 4 meters squared. And with the P1 with 50 millimeter lens, you can cover 216 square meters. And with the Phaseone, including 35 millimeter lens, you can cover actually 706 square meters. So thanks to the sensor that is, as you can see, medium format, you can cover much bigger areas, even 2.5 times more than what you can capture with other sensors. Also here you can see an example where we were also flying 25 meters away, so you can fly on a much safer distance. And we were targeting in this way the smallest possible GSD, and you can see that with Phaseone P3 that carries a 100 megapixel camera, including 150 millimeter lens, you can cover 42 square meters with a GSD that is 0.6 millimeter. While, for example, with H20, you can capture only 4.2 meters squared. So the difference is actually 10 times more what you can cover with Phaseone. When it comes also for productivity driver, and what I mentioned is actually smart focus. That is one of the features of Phaseone. So on-site inspection productivity depends on the ability to capture the right data. So end-to-end productivity means that the data has to constantly be high quality. And with P3, you can use the smart focus system to ensure a consistent image quality. Phaseone utilizes a smart focus system to ensure that the image sharpness is consistent. And as I already said, we have laser rangefinder included in the package. So it has an effective range of up to 180 meters, and it's calibrated to the center of the image frame. It's constantly sending the distance information to the camera, so motorized lens can adapt the focal length, and you can be sure that every picture will include the detail that you want, and this detail will be completely in the focus. So this is a short summary about it, and right now we will be more than happy to hear all the questions that you have asked. please also be free during the questions that my colleague Tina will ask and that we already collected. You can ask more, and we are more than happy to answer all your questions. And even if you have any questions that are arising after the webinar, here you have some contact details about Dr. Khalid and myself, and please don't hesitate, contact us whenever it's necessary. We are there and we are more than happy to support you, to support your requests. And as Dr. Khalid said, there will be one P3 demo kit available for testing and for flying in Emirates and in the complete region of Middle East. So if there is an interest and if you have an application where you would like to see how this looks and to test the kit, we can always arrange this. Don't hesitate, just contact Dr. Khalid or myself. Now, I would be very thankful if my colleague Tina could tell us about some of the questions that came from the audience.
Diane, yes, thank you. We do have a few questions already, and let me just start with the first one. So the question is, how does the camera in P3 affect the stability of the aircraft?
Yeah, this is a really interesting question. So when it comes to the stability of the aircraft, as I already said, the P3 is completely integrated into DJI ecosystem. So on the DJI controller, there is an option to calibrate the aircraft. So basically, when you plug in the kit, you just take off and start the calibration of the aircraft, and the aircraft will be auto-calibrated. So it doesn't affect in a negative way at all for the flying characteristics of the aircraft. It's literally acting native as with any other DJI payload.
Okay, thank you, Diane. And another question is, can I use the RTK of the drone with Phaseone cameras?
Yes, that's right. I mean, again, the sensor is fully integrated, so all the features that you have with DJI M300, they all can be used with our P3.
Okay, just seeing another question. Can I process the data in Pix4D or Agisoft software?
Yes, Khalid already during the presentation mentioned that on a slide with Agisoft. So basically, imagery that is captured with a Phaseone camera is captured in IIQ file format. This is a special file format that is developed by Phaseone in order to compress and to save some space. But in software that you are having, you can basically also process this as an output of TIFF, and TIFFs can be easily input into Pix4D Mapper or Agisoft without any problems.
Okay, thank you. And we're just getting another question asking, have you performed any BVLOS use cases?
When it comes to BVLOS flying, this is something what mostly our clients are doing, since Phaseone is providing sensors. Maybe Dr. Khalid can inform you a bit more about basically regulations in Middle East region about BVLOS flying, but definitely worldwide we have quite a lot of customers that are also flying BVLOS.
Yeah, as you just mentioned, Diane, it's always related to the country, from one country to the other. In the Arabic world, the regulation is still, maybe in Dubai, it's more clear, and most of the other country trying to follow Dubai. So that's that need to be discussed case by case. So we prefer if the participant send us an email about that more, we can help him and support him. We do work with different organizations in UAE and also in Saudi Arabia, because they got different organizations, and we will try to support them in this aspect.
Great.
Okay, so at the moment, that was the last questions I can see in the panel. So let me hand back to Dejan, but if you have any further questions, whether in English or in Arabic, just feel free to ask them now.
Anytime.
Yeah. So Dejan, I'm handing back to you.
Yeah, thank you. Then, I mean, we can maybe wait for 1 or 2 more minutes to see if any more questions will come. But in any case, also as Dr. Khalid said, please be aware that we are going to be there at the Dubai Air Show, and also that we are planning a big road show in September that will include a trip through all countries in Middle East, where we are going to have DJI M300 with P3 on board. And we will be more than happy to show you how the camera is acting in field, because we really see from also our existing customers and from the prospects, we see and we hear that this is definitely a solution that everybody was waiting for, because thanks to this unique solution, you can achieve something what you could only dream about in the past. And we can see even some new applications where basically people were not able to use anything except of old traditional methods in the past, and now this can be easily done with drone carrying P3. So Tina, if there are any questions arriving anymore, maybe we can close the webinar. And everybody also please be aware that you can contact Dr. Khalid or anybody from MENA3D or myself at any point, and we will be happy to provide you more details about our sensors, about the P3. Also, if you are interested in having more information about IXM50 or IXM100 cameras, please don't reach us out, and we will also be able to share the brochures with you, so you will have all the details that you need. Thank you once again for your time and for listening us. It was very interesting, and we believe strongly that we chose the right partner for Middle East, and that we will be able to provide you very, very successful and good support in this region together with MENA3D.
Also from my side, thank you very much. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Dejan, for organizing. Thank you for all the participants, and hope to hear from you soon. Whatever you need, we are here to support you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you a lot.
Thank you.